All right, guys, without further ado, I have some heroes in front of you right now, and we're going to introduce you to them right now. We have Mustafa, who's the program director for the Crushers Club. We have the program manager, who's Esco, right? He is the program manager. And we also have a participant. His name is Sir Jaden, right? In the background there, who's been part of the club for quite some time now, right? So I can't wait to hear your stories. Guys, first of all, thank you for taking the time to hang out with me. I know, you guys got your things going on, and we're gonna try to make this as quick and smooth as possible. So first of all, appreciate your time. Thank you. Mustafa, tell us a little bit about the Crushers Club, and what was it that just encouraged you to come work and be part of this mission?
Well, the Crushers Club has been in existence for a little over 20 years. Sally has grown the business from the ground up here in the heart of Inglewood, of course, where a lot of unfortunate violence happens. And so what brought me here is just my background with working with the youth of Chicago. I'm originally from Philadelphia.
Okay.
I moved here in 2012, working for an alternative high school for at-risk youth.
Okay.
I came here in 2012, and then my family moved here the very next year. And just the experience that I've gained over the years of working in the communities, working with the students like Sir Jaden, and just kind of everything that Sally had shown me during my interview process, like it was something that I wanted to be a part of. I was looking for something a little bit different, a little more organic, where I can bring my skills and my personality to kind of help out on what they were already doing. And of course, since I've been here, Esco and Sir Jaden have been very helpful in kind of getting me up to speed with everything. And he does a really good job with the entertainment side of things, as far as the music, the T-shirts, the designs that they're doing. They make a lot of T-shirts and hoodies and things that they sell.
Yeah.
And all of those proceeds go into their pocket as far as the participants.
Yeah.
So it's been a great experience for me personally.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to Esco because that's right up my alley. I love that. Mustafa, I know Sally, this is her passion, and I know she couldn't be with us today, and I know that she prefers to have you guys, and this is awesome because this is the kind of woman that she is. Tell us a little bit more about Sally and her vision and her mission, and so that we would know a little bit more about her.
I mean, just to kind of put it bluntly and just kind of directly, Sally has a save the world mentality, which is a good thing. She has been in this neighborhood, not just as a business owner, but she's actually lived in this neighborhood as well.
Yeah.
So she has a pretty good grasp on the needs of the community and the needs of these young people that are facing quite a bit of extravagant, over the top violence in this community.
Sure.
And just needing resources that seem to go to other communities as if, they kind of want them to kind of exterminate themselves, which is unfortunate. So she's really in the thick of it. Like, she's on the ground. She got boots on the ground. She hired a good staff with making sure that we work together cohesively and as a team, and that we all see her vision, which is to kind of put it bluntly, is like she wants to save as many of these kids as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And to kind of steal a phrase from Malcolm X, by any means possible.
By any means.
And that's what she does.
Right. And I got that vibe from her the instant I met her, and I said, yeah, I gotta chop it up with her and chop it up with the boys, and this is great. Again, I appreciate you guys taking the time. And so, how many programs are there? Because if you go to the website, I mean, we see, we know the Crushers Boxing Club, but now when you go to the website, you got all kind of things going on there. Tell us a little bit more about what you have besides the boxing and music.
Sure. So obviously, when she started the program, the boxing was the root of what she was doing, giving them boxing training, and then in some cases giving them opportunities to use that training in the actual boxing ring. But now she has expanded with the T-shirt making business. She has an in-house studio. She has an engineer. She's working on. She has a celebrity chef that comes in and cooks and provides a cooking class for them. What else? Yeah, we are also working towards growing. So the students that come in or participants that come in, they have an opportunity to like they're working a real job. So we give them jobs around the club, cooking, cleaning, mentorship. So she's actually gearing towards this mentorship thing.
Yeah.
But also my responsibility in the next few weeks, and now that they started back to school, is to try to get out in the neighborhood and to try to partner with some of these businesses to see if we can partner with them to provide them some actual life training as well as job training. And with that, so the partnership will entail we are going to provide them the youth for the man hours, right? And then we'll pay them out of the Crushers Club budget. The hope is that the young people will get the experience of working at some of these job placements, but then after a few months of working there, then they'll bring them onto their payroll where they can make money as well, continue to make money, but then get an opportunity to like get insurance, get some life insurance, some health insurance, some dental insurance, some eye insurance. So just kind of like okay, so barbershops, we're looking for any business in the Inglewood neighborhood. Entrepreneurship, exactly. And then we provide them bus cards, Ubers to get to the club, or in the unfortunate event if something violent happens and they end up in the hospital, Sally will provide an Uber to the families to make sure they are getting up there to see their family members. Yeah. I mean, if Sally thinks it, she just does it. It's just one of those things where she just kind of thinks and does. And she expects the staff that does that as well. We do a really good job of doing that.
So I guess just for the sake of context, right? So like how does this work? Like you guys are on a location. You're on 64th and Loomis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. And so do you have like some of the youth ever knock on the door and just say like, I'm done, I'm done with the street. I just want to come inside and just know what this is about, or how do you
so yeah, we have situations like that for the most part, like and even like with using Surgeon Jaden as an example, as far as when he came as far back as when he was, I think he said 8 or 9. Even like today, we had most parents will come in, they either have heard of the program through the grapevine, maybe their child already has a friend here, or someone from their neighborhood that's a little bit older that comes here. And usually the experience that I've had so far has been parents will kind of come in and inquire because we're inside of a church. There's a church downstairs. And so obviously most churches in the Chicagoland area have a huge congregation, and word of mouth kind of gets around pretty fast. And so a parent will come in and inquire. Now for the job aspect, the youth have to be at least 15 years old to get on the payroll. However, even prior to Sally getting into what she's doing now with the mentorship, we have participants here that's as young as 7 or 8 years old, where they now can come in and have a safe space. They'll get boxing training. They can play pool. They can kind of hang out, use the computer. She actually just instructed me to give one of our computers to one of the school children who need a computer for school. So literally right before we got on here, she texted me and told me to give this young person one of the computers she already has here to give to him. So yeah, that's pretty much the process. And so for the students that come in that's 15 or older that's looking for employment, they have to come in, fill out the paperwork, go through a small orientation of expectations and what we expect from them behavior-wise, job-wise, and then we get them started. We roll them right onto the payroll and get them right started on the job.
That's interesting because I'm a real estate agent, right? And I'm constantly cultivating relationships with people in different communities all over the city. And I'm always in need of help. I'm just telling my assistant the other day, like I need a street soldier right now with me. I need somebody that can show some houses. I need an agent, right, that just got his license, that's hungry. And so I get it. There's entrepreneurs that want to multiply their company with making other entrepreneurs, right? And this is what entrepreneurship is like. It's pretty much it's just rebranding, recreating yourself, and making.
Well, with that being said, let me make sure that I plug. Like after this podcast, we can sit down and talk, and maybe we can get you a guy, and we'll bring him to you, or you can come pick him up, and you can kind of teach him the real estate business, and teach them about showing houses and, maybe getting the properties ready to be shown, some
It- it-
paperwork.
it's
I
all
mean, as you already know, and I'm sure Esco knows, there's a lot of money in real estate.
Yeah, and you know what? This is a big thing because we see neighborhoods changing because we get bought out, right? And so I think that when we're able to keep our businesses in our neighborhoods, right, we're able to we don't give them up, right? We buy and we buy the neighborhood. That way we give our young people jobs. That way we have hope in our communities. And I think it
Right.
does start with being able to keep what's ours, quote unquote, right? But I get it, and I think
Absolutely.
that again, as an entrepreneur, I talk to entrepreneurs all the time. And so this is great because there's entrepreneurs that are going to be watching this that are saying, you know what, Mike, hook me up, hook me up. I'm down, I'm down. And so this is something that I'm sure
Definitely. Definitely.
I want to move on to Esco real quick because I know he's been there patiently waiting, and I know that creators when they sit still for a while, that's because they're observing and they're trying to put it in their next little mission. Esco, tell me a little bit about your story, man, because it's really interesting. You go in there and you shape up, you kind of create what you wanted to create. Tell me a little bit about that.
So, so I really didn't start as a creative. I was playing football, then I went to college. I was in a college that was in like a terrible neighborhood, somewhat like Inglewood, but not at all like Inglewood. And like, growing in that area and seeing everything in there, and then everything else that was going in my life. Once I stopped playing football, I just like learned how to do everything creative. So I was always an artist. Like I used to paint stuff in fourth grade, but all that kind of just like added to what I was doing creatively. So music, DJing, production, graphic
Yeah,
design, like fashion, styling, like the list goes on. Like I was just training myself. I didn't go to school for majority of it, but I did go to school for like audio engineering and beat production.
okay.
But really, what made me want to like come to this organization is like understanding like when I was a lot of these kids' ages, I didn't have a person like me in my corner, and I needed a person like me in my corner because
Man.
it would have saved me a lot of money, and a lot of situations that came and a lot of lessons that I could have learned a lot earlier. Like,
And your mama a lot of headaches.
yeah. So really, that's just like my story. It was really just learning everything through trial and error, and then understanding like the actual like power of what I was going through and how I could help some of these kids get off the streets. Because realistically, like I was in a position too, like being in that area or even like going in the areas that I did in Chicago, like seeing people get shot, robberies happening over like small petty stuff. You feel me? And I just like understood like it was always an option. You feel me? You could be there or you could get out. And most kids don't know the option is to get out. They only see be there. So I want to show them the option to get out through me.
Man, that's amazing.
So yeah.
That's amazing because your story is like a lot of ours, right? Your story is like a lot of ours, and the positive role models are hard to come by, right? And especially when it's hard around you, right? And so, who was one of the persons, right, that you can remember, like that said, say, I don't want this. I want to live right.
When I was playing football, my daddy's he's a beat producer and my uncle is an audio engineer.
Yeah,
So I basically grew up in a studio setting. So I was always seeing like older artists come in and out of my house. They would drop like fire tracks and then just leave. And it was this one artist. His name was Spirit, and he kind of like became a mentor to me at like a young age. To like even this day, he's actually the person who brought me into this job. Like he hit me up and told me about the job and everything that I'd be doing, and I came in through him. But seeing him and how he moved, he wasn't like the average musician. He sold all his music himself.
yeah.
He took all his music off of Apple Music because he felt like he didn't want to, feed their pockets. He wanted to feed the people who was actually helping him build his dream. So
Entrepreneur.
all the money he was making, he learned how to like make 100% of that revenue without going through anybody else.
Yeah.
He making clothes and he's a dog trainer. So it's just like seeing him as a rapper, he wasn't just rapping, he was doing more.
Yeah.
He was actually making movements, and
Right.
seeing that really inspired me just individually, like as an artist and as a person, because I just realized like it's more that I could do than what they telling me. You feel me? So
Yeah.
just seeing him actually like actually motivated me. It kept me driven.
Yeah.
Like no matter what I went through, hardships or anything, I always knew it was a way out.
Yeah. Yeah. How much do you owe all of this to Sally?
I mean,
And I know she's gonna be like, nah, nah, I know how she is. She's like, no, don't. They don't know me anything, but I know from on a heart to heart level, you know, how much do you feel like you owe to her?
I owe a lot to Sally. I was in a like really tough position, and like actually working with the kids and just working here in general, it helped me get out of the hole that I was in, and now I'm literally climbing the ladder like as we speak. So like I owe a lot to Sally,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's amazing. That's amazing. And so, as far as like making music, like you're making these kids, some of them probably gonna be, who knows, could be a star, right? Is that what you're aiming for? One of them?
They will be.
That's what I'm talking
They
about.
will be.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
so my homie, he's my producer as well. He makes custom beats for all the kids that make music here. So
Yeah,
like they don't have to go to YouTube to search for beats, and he's actually working with other big name artists. I can't really
sure,
talk about it because of NDA,
sure.
but it's like a lot of stuff that's going on that's really bringing in opportunities outside of just word of mouth, you
Yeah,
know. And then like outside of the actual studio setting, I bring some of these kids on to like events and shows that I get booked for, so they get to actually see what it's like firsthand, and also they get the opportunity to be a part of it. Like my kid Amari, he just went to college at UAPB, but before he went to college, I had him like with me at like open mics and events like that. I showed him how to make his clothes and his how to like be on stage and all of that. He kind of took off right
look at
afterwards.
that,
So now I'm just kind of like following up and making sure that every kid here that makes music gets that same opportunity.
man. It seems like Chicago sometimes don't catch that break, right? But that's changed already. That's
Yeah.
changed with some big names already. They've paved the way already for you guys, and I see nothing but some amazing things happening for you guys, man. Especially now that I'm getting involved, Mike the Real Time. I'm gonna be pushing you guys, man. I'm gonna be pushing you guys. I'm gonna be trying to promote you guys to everyone. I think everyone needs to know about you guys, about the Crushers Club. I don't want to leave Sir Jaden out, man, because he's been back there patient too, man, looking all fly and fresh. I like his wardrobe, you know what I mean? And so I think as parents, we say, mom, my son's a knucklehead or whatever, whatever, right? And it's like, what do we expect, right, from our younger people? And for someone like you, Sir Jaden, what was it like walking into this club for the first time? And you're just like, was it new for you? Did you want to be there? Yeah, just shine a light a little bit on that.
Okay, so when I first came here, everything was new to me. I was confused. I didn't know what I want to do other than boxing. Because when I first came here, I actually wanted to do music, but I didn't get to like fully go into it because I was also still doing with school at that time. Because by the time I came, I was in third grade. Because pretty much Randall, one of my friends, he actually already knew Sally. So and she had came here and gave me our papers to everybody at the school for us to actually come here to actually box or music, pretty much to have fun and chill.
Yeah.
She have a big future for all like young kids and through Inglewood, trying to actually get them out the streets so they actually won't go into violence. And she really did help me with that because I've been going through a lot around my neighborhood. There was a lot of violence. Well, one of my friends actually being shot and killed. So I was like in a dark time for a while with that. But like coming here actually like opened up a brand new like path for me to walk down, like a straight path for me to walk down. That's leads to like the right decision. And I'm happy that I did come back to get a job here. Cause when I first came up, I was just regular boxing.
Yeah.
Then she had moved me to actually being like the head coach of the gym and training.
Sure.
So then she gave me a raise pretty much. I had to take away my position, give it to one of my friends. So he could actually be the head coach and trainer for me to be a supervisor to make sure everybody actually doing what they're supposed
Yeah.
to do. you know, they be special.
No, it's all right. But pretty much. And how old are you now?
Yeah, I'm 17.
17, and you've been in
I'm
there, and you've
17.
been going to the Crushers
Yeah,
Club since you were what, 8 or 9, right?
yeah, I'll be 18 next year in January.
Where do you think you would be today if the Crushers Club wasn't available for you or for any of us in the community?
For from my perspective, probably in the streets.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but you're
Because
not.
if I had no really have nobody to look up to,
But you're not, man. Sir
that would be
Jaden,
my mentor. Like, nothing.
you guys have an amazing, bright future being there. You guys are an inspiration. What would you tell, some of your friends that are still out there, some of your loved ones, or some of the younger guys that you may see, and that remind you of the position that you were in when you were 8 or 9? What would you want to tell them?
They have an option. They have multiple options to do. Like since you were young, you have your option to do everything because you're a kid. So you get older to make a right path for your decisions. Make sure you actually take your time. Make sure it's the right path that you want to go
Yeah,
down. Because the young kids here, it's like in her, I'm trying to like be like their mentors, and like tell them like you can't do that, but you can do this. Find like your right path to your destiny.
yeah,
Because life is a, I'll say life is a gamble.
yeah,
You don't know what you really can get, what you
yeah. Well, guys, I don't want to keep you, man. I know you guys got a lot of action going on and whatnot, but Mustafa, I really appreciate your time. I mean, if and this is the critical time of the year. We're coming down to the fourth quarter. The fall's coming around. The kids are going back to school. What is it that the Crushers Club needs right now? Because there's people out there that listen, and I know this is why I love real estate, and it has probably nothing to do with buildings, right? It's about the people, it's about the communities, it's about our neighbors, and for me, it's the relationships that I get out of it. And so, to be able to have an opportunity for these young men is a big deal. So if people don't know where to find you and they want to get involved, what can they do and where can they find you?
Okay, that's a great question, Mike. So first off, what do we need? I mean, being a Philadelphia guy, we shoot it as straight as humanly
Yeah,
possible. We need money.
sure.
Obviously, like with most things, to get to another level of expertise and greatness, it needs funding. So people can go to the crushersclub.org to donate. They could go to Vimo/Crushers Club to donate. But our central location, we're located at 1406 West 64th Street in Chicago. They can call in at 312-221-0289 and just find out if what they can do.
Sure.
Like if someone is watching, right, and they want to do something, but they know like, well, maybe I'm not in a position to donate money. I might be able to donate some resources. We're actually looking for a licensed therapist. We want to start offering therapy to the boys where we have a budget for that. So we are looking for an African American male that's age wise, not too old, respectfully speaking.
So me and you are counted out then, Mustafa. Me and you, yeah.
Yeah, we're counted out, brother. We're counted out. But we're looking for somebody who can kind of relate to the boys from
Yeah.
experience, obviously, from as far as culture, experience possibly as far as maybe their background, and then just kind of relate to them with what they like. Like my music, their music is different, although it comes from the same origin. It's a little bit different. So we are looking for that. But they can definitely call us and reach out to myself, reach out to Sally, reach out to Esco, and find out what they can do. If money isn't an opportunity, like kind of what they can do in order to help us get to that next level of greatness.
Well, I'm going to make sure that I plug you guys. I'm going to make sure that we get all this on screen, and that way everybody knows. I'm going to see Sally soon, so I'm excited. I'm excited for what you guys are doing. I'm excited what's going to happen there, and I'm look forward to meeting you guys very soon. I may pop in. I may pop in real soon, man, and see Sir Jaden put on the moves.
I want to ask something about Sir Jayden. So, first of all, this young man has been phenomenal since I've been here, right? So, my first day on the job, my very first day on the job, he talked about he was a little shy a little bit, but he talked about he actually does the boxing training. He took me into the boxing ring. Right, I've never boxed. Now I can throw mines a little bit as a youth, a little bit. But he took me into the boxing ring. He showed me how to properly wrap my hands up because they go through the whole gambit. He showed me proper footwork. He showed me jabbing techniques. He showed me power punching techniques. He showed me how to proper stance. This kid is 17 years old. I'm 44 years old. And I'm learning how to fight from a young adult, and it was a great experience. And keep in mind, it was my first day, so I'm kind of dressed to the nines a little bit before I realized, I don't really need to do that. And I was sweating. He had me in there sweating. So this kid has a very bright future, and he's been doing amazing things for the club. And I just kind of want to publicly let him know. I know we've only known each other for a short period of time, but I'm extremely proud of him.
Amazing. And Sir Jay, I gotta get in there and I gotta holler at you guys face to face, man. You guys make me excited, and you guys make me proud, man. All we hear is West Inglewood or Inglewood bad news, and then it's no, this is the purpose of this show. It's to show Chicago that there are some amazing people that are making a difference, and it's you guys, and you guys are doing that. And thank you for that. I can't wait to come on in. All right, I'm not gonna keep talking. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with Mike the Realtor today. Real life, real talk. I appreciate it. Esco, where you at? He left, right? Okay, Esco, he's there?
I'm right here, man. I'm back.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, that Prince t-shirt, though. Hey, that Purple Rain. What you know about that Purple Rain, huh?
Hey, it's crazy because all my homies say I be vibing like Prince. How Prince was dominant when in the music business side. They basically said I got that same energy, so I just kind of Purple Rain it up sometimes,
So you know what? You encouraged me to come on in, man. I'm gonna come on in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come on in.
Yeah,
Come on in.
Come on
We're
through.
gonna kick it, and I'm gonna freestyle to one of your tracks.
Oh,
All right?
yeah.
I'm gonna do
Let's
it.
do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Let's do it.
Sir Jaden, we're gonna kick it. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. Peace out. I'll see you guys really, really soon. All right.
All right, Mike. Thank you.
All right.
One love. Bye bye.